Today is Thursday, April 23rd, 2020. For today's math lesson, we're going to be in our Go Math book or our Think Central Go Math online. We're going to be doing lesson 5.4. Lesson 5.4 involves modeling, addition, and subtraction. Now, let's take a look at our objective for today. We will, together as a class, through our lesson, we're going to draw a strip diagram. Remember, our strip diagram is our part, whole map that we've been using all school year, so we're going to use that strategy or an equation, our number sentence, to add or subtract. Okay, so doing a couple strategies to add or subtract in a word problem. Independently, on your own, you're expected to solve one or two-step word problems that involve addition or subtraction. Maybe it involves both. All right, so let's take a look. I'm going to be on lesson 5.4 on page 157 in your textbook, 157. Let's take a look at this first page. Unlock the problem. We've got our word problem. We have a little template to help us out with our thought process. Let's take a look. Sammy scored 84 points in the first round of a new computer game. Okay, put yourself in Sammy's shoes. I'm sure you've played computer games, video games when you're at home. She scored 84 points in the first round. Sammy. He scored 21 more, so think of more as greater, larger, bigger number. So I'm going to put an upward arrow to indicate more. He scored 21 more points in the second round than the first round. So we know that he played 2 rounds. First round, second round. What was Sammy's total score? Okay, we can use a strip diagram to solve this problem. Okay, let's ask ourselves first, what do we need to find? What is the end goal? Well, we want to figure out what was Sammy's total score. So I need to find Sammy's total score. Okay, the next thought we should be asking ourselves is, well, what information are you already given? Well, we know that Sammy scored 84 points in the first round. That was given in that first sentence. Well, also, Sammy, he scored 21 more points than that in the second round. That was all given to us. Okay, so what is our plan or strategy? Well, we know that we could use a strip diagram to show the number of points that Sammy scored in each round. Then, once we find out how much Sammy scored in each round, then we could use another strip diagram to help us find the total score. So let's take a look. We're going to complete the strip diagram to show the number of points Sammy scored in the second round. Okay, well, we were given clues up here, right? First round was 84 points. That was given. Second round was 21 more than that number. Okay, so I know that I'm dealing with that clue of the first round and 21 more. Again, if the second round had more, it has a larger sum. It has a larger number. Well, am I going to add or subtract to get a larger number? I'm going to add. Okay, so 84 plus 21 will give me the second round's points. Let's plug this in our strip diagram. We can combine those parts. We can combine the first round with the clue to give us the points for the second round. All right, so let's plug it in. 84 points for the first round. We were given that clue of 21 more. Meaning, if I put this part together and this part together, I can combine them to find the whole. I can combine them to find the total. So we're going to use addition here. 84 plus 21. 4 plus 1 is 5. 8 plus 2 is 10. So 105 points. Now, let's ask ourselves what this number represents. Does this represent Sammy's total score? No, it represents Sammy's second round score. So are we done here? Nope, we have another step left. Now, we're going to complete another strip diagram to show the total. Well, we know that Sammy played 2 rounds. We know the first round was 84. We now know the second round is 105. So we could put these two parts together to find the ultimate total score. Put your bigger number up top. We have to line it up according to place value. Has 84 reached 100 yet? No, so nothing should be in that hundreds place. All right, 5 plus 4 is 9. 0 plus 8 is 8. 1 plus nothing is still 1. So we combine 105 plus 84, and we got 189 points. Now let's go back to that question one more time. Did we determine Sammy's total score? Yes. We had to figure out the second round score first, then combine it with the first round to get 189 points. All right, let's take a look at another question. I'm going to skip around. I'm going to be under share and show. That's going to be on page 159. Let's take a look at number 1. And immediately I notice that, oh, we have a strip diagram to use as a strategy here. Okay, now number 1, it says it's multi-step, so more than one step here. Sarah received 73 votes in the school election. Okay. Ben, different story character, he received 25 fewer votes than Sarah. So let's think about this. Ben didn't score 25 votes. It was 25 fewer. So 25 less. So he has a smaller number. So think, would we add or subtract to find Ben's number? Well, we would subtract. And that keyword fewer indicates subtraction. How many students voted? Okay, now go back to that question one more time. It's how many students voted. It's not how many votes did Ben receive. So don't let that part fool you there. Okay, now we're going to have to find out how many students voted for Ben before we can find out the number of students that voted. Okay, so let's plug in what we have. Sarah received 73 votes, so I'm going to plug that in my strip diagram. Ben received 25 fewer than her, less than her. So I'm not increasing this number, I'm decreasing it. We said that we were going to subtract. Okay, now let's go ahead and find out the number of votes that Ben received. 73 minus 25. 3 minus 5, oh, I don't have enough. I gotta go next door and get 10 more. This 7 becomes a 6. If 3 gets 10 more, it's now a 13. All right, 13 minus 5, or grab that 5, count up to 13. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have a difference of 8. 6 minus 2 is 4. So 48 votes for Ben. Now let's think about this. Let's analyze our strip diagram. If I put 48 and 25 together, if I put my two parts together, would it be 73? Well, let's not just assume. Let's check our work here. So let's double check our subtraction. Let's use our inverse strategy. So let's do 48, which we think is our answer for Ben's votes, and let's add 25 more. And it looks like we subtracted correctly. Good, so we have Ben's votes. So Ben received 48. Now, again, going back to that question, it's not how many votes did Ben receive, it's how many students voted. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's find the total number of votes. We know that Sarah received 73. We now know that Ben received 48. We can put those two parts together to find our whole. So let's combine them. Let's use addition to find our total. 8 plus 3 is 11. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. So 121 votes in all, or 121 students voted. All right, as mentioned in our previous lesson, we do have the math on the spot icon here for question number 2. It's a hot question, it's a multi-step question, so make sure that you check out the second link that I'm posting because it's going to work through this problem step by step for you. We're going to move on. We're going to move on to number 6. All right, so we're going to be on page 160, number 6 with Lauren. So there is no strip diagram here. That means we can use our own strategy, an equation, a strip diagram, to help us out with this problem. Lauren reads 259 pages of a book in a week. Okay, great. They gave that to me. L for Lauren. She read 259 pages of a book. David, different story character. Well, David reads 183 pages in a week. They gave that to me. Okay, great. How many more pages does Lauren read than David? Now that keyword, how many more? That means I'm finding the distance between two numbers. I'm finding the difference. I'm comparing them. So what operation are we going to be using here? Subtraction. Okay, now if I'm going to be subtracting, I know that my equation is 259 minus 183. Okay, let's practice more on our strip diagram. Are we increasing our amount? No. So we already have our total here. We have 259. And of that whole, of that total, I'm going to take out 183. And when I take out 183, I'm going to find my missing number. Okay, so 259 minus 183. 9 minus 3 is 6. Now, can I do 5 minus 8? No, I'm going to have to go next door, get 10 more. This 2 becomes a 1. 5 gets 10 more, so it's now 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. 1 minus 1 is 0. So 76, we think. I'm going to plug it in my strip diagram, and I'm going to ask myself, is it reasonable? Does this make sense? If David read 183, if David read 183 and 76 more pages gets me to Lauren's number of 259, did we subtract correctly? Meaning, is this part and this part together, is 183 plus 76 equal to 259? Sorry about that. I don't know what I was thinking when I was talking. All right, so let's check. We think our answer is 76. Let's start. Use our inverse operation. 183 plus 76. Now remember, 76 has not reached 100 yet. No hundreds. 6 plus 3 is 9. 8 plus 7 is 15. 1 plus 1 is 2. Did we get back up to 259? Yes, so that means we subtracted correctly. That's not our answer. Our answer is 76. What is this measured in? Pages. All right, let's take a look if that's an answer choice. 76 pages. Our answer is going to be B. That was just a one-step problem. That keyword that should have popped out at you was how many more pages, or what is the difference when you subtract 259 minus 183, or 183 plus 76 more gets me up to 259. All right, let's do number 7 on the same page. We're going to end out with numbers 7 and 8, and then you're going to get some independent practice. Number 7 says multi-step, more than one step. So we had practice with a one step. Let's increase our rigor here. So there are 306 people at the fair on Saturday. Okay, I'm going to organize my thoughts. Saturday has 306 people. They gave that to me. I didn't have to figure it out. There are 124 fewer, 124 less, a smaller amount that went on Sunday. Does that mean 124 went on Sunday? No, that is just my clue. Okay, how many people are at the fair on both Saturday and Sunday? Well, I already know how many people went on Saturday. I have to figure out how many went on Sunday before I can figure out how many went both days. Okay, so let's go back up to Sunday. 124 fewer than Saturday. Well, Saturday had 306, 124 fewer. Now, am I going to add to get a fewer, smaller amount? I'm not going to add, I'm going to subtract. That keyword fewer indicates subtracting to figure out Sunday. So let's set it up. 306 minus 124. 6 minus 4 is 2. Can I do 0 minus 2? No. Go next door, get 10 more. That 3 becomes a 2. 0 gets 10 more. 10 minus 2 is 8. 2 minus 1 is 1. So 182. Now, if you notice, 182 is an answer choice. Go back to your question. Is our question how many people went to the fair on Sunday? No, it's how many people went to the fair on both Saturday and Sunday. So don't stop at that one step. Well, good news is we know how many people went on Saturday. We now know how many people went on Sunday. How do we figure out how many people went on both Saturday and Sunday? Well, those keywords of and both mean we have to combine those numbers. So we're going to use addition. So let's add these numbers together. 6 plus 2 is 8. 0 plus 8 is 8. 3 plus 1 is 4. 488 people went to the fair on both Saturday and Sunday. So our answer choice here is going to be C. All right, last one together, our test prep question. And I'm going to scoot it up just a little bit. Maybe that's big enough for you to see. Okay, number 8. No picture, no stimulus. I have to understand this word problem. The number of laptop computers sold in one day was 42. So let's pretend this is Best Buy or something. They sold 42 laptop computers. Well, that number, 42, is 18 fewer, 18 less, it's a smaller amount, than the number of desktop computers sold. So we're talking about computers, but different kind of computers. Now, the laptop is what Mrs. Creo has in class. A desktop, well, we don't use desktops in here. Anywho, they're different types of computers. You may have a desktop computer at home. Okay, so we know that we're talking about laptop computers was 42. We're talking about desktop computers as well. How many desktop computers were sold? So we're looking for this number right here. We're looking for the amount of desktops. So what do we know about desktops? What did they give us? Well, we know that 42, this number, is 18 fewer than the number of desktops. So let's ask ourselves here, who has the bigger number? Who has the bigger amount? Well, if 42 is 18 fewer than desktops, that means my laptop is my smaller number. That means my desktop is my larger number. It has more computers sold. Okay, well, I know that I'm comparing laptops and desktops. I'm using those numbers as a clue. So I know that I'm dealing with 42 and 18. But the question is, what operation are we using? Are we adding or subtracting to find the number of desktops? Well, again, go back to that clue. Laptops, this number is 18 fewer. It's less. It's a smaller amount. That makes desktop more. So how are we going to get desktop to be a bigger number than 42? Are we going to add or subtract? We're going to add. All right, so let's plug it in. 42 plus 18. 8 plus 2 is 10. 4 plus 1 plus 1 is 6. So 60 desktop computers. Let's go back. Does this make sense? Well, I know it's an answer choice. The number of laptop computers, 42. Is that 18 fewer? Is this number 18 digits less than 60? Yes. All right, so we have here 60 desktop computers. We have our one-step problem here. Now, let's take a look at some of these answer choices. I'm going to guess that they have the other operation here to kind of fool you. Now, there is a keyword of fewer, which typically means fewer, less. Oh, I'm going to subtract, but you have to understand who has more. So don't let that fool you. Let's see if they actually put this as an answer choice. So let's say we have 42 and we subtract 18. Well, can't do 2 minus 8. So I'm going to get 10 more. 24. Notice how that's an answer choice. Because maybe some of us as third graders, even me as a teacher, maybe I see fewer and I don't really want to read the rest of that. Oh, I'm just going to subtract those 2 numbers that I see. No, you would be incorrect. Make sure that you are please reading it, reading your keywords. Your clue was that laptops was a fewer amount. It was 18 fewer than this number. So just because you saw fewer, don't subtract, okay? Really try and understand what that word problem is talking about. All right, so we did a few together. Make sure you also watch the Math on the Spot video on number 2 on page 159, included with this link in this posting. If you have any questions, let me know, but go ahead and get started on the rest of these pages independently. Let me know if you need any help. You'll have a good day. Bye.